104.5 The Team, your home for New York sports. All right, first off, we're home for the Jets, too. You look good. You ready to, Charlie Batch, want to get back in the game?
Man.
Jets could use a QB.
No. I enjoy sitting right here with you talking about this. So, but no, I can't. 15 years was enough for me.
Yeah.
That was it.
But like I said, you look better than some of the options we have in New York right now.
No, I appreciate that.
Do you see anything in there, like Christian Hackenberg, Bryce Petty, or what do you see when you look at the Jets' quarterback situation?
I mean, they had a lot of guys. For them to keep it, they kept 5 quarterbacks?
At one point, four for the season, yeah.
I'm like, who does that? You see teams, especially when you see teams only going to 2. Because they're trying to figure out how to roster by New Orleans. Their Saints have been 2 quarterbacks since Sean Payton has been there.
Right.
So, and the Steelers, they always believe in 3 quarterbacks because they feel like maybe at some point you may need that 3rd one. But I've never heard a team carry 4, and in some cases 5. But hopefully they have the talent there. I haven't watched them and been around them enough to really. haven't watched it enough, other than the game that they played, in Pittsburgh this year. But. You hope that they can get it together. I mean, those are things that it's hard when you don't have your quarterback in the off season, and then all of a sudden you bring them into training camp and you say, "Hey, you're here, go, let's play." It's kind of hard to get any type of rhythm. You can kind of see that they just seem like they were off sync offensively all year.
Let's talk about your former team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's talk that Ben Roethlisberger is at least considering retiring. Have you heard that same thing?
I did hear it, but. The one thing that kind of stood out to me in Mike Tomlin's press conference, end of the year press conference, was him saying, this isn't the first time that we've talked about it. So you know already they're having those conversations. And any time that you're 35 years old, you played 13 years in the league, you've been sacked 500 times like Ben has,
right.
Eventually your body's going to tell you that. And, of course, that interview happened 48 hours after a loss. The emotions are kind of combined in that as well. Ultimately, I think he'll take some time, get away from it. And if it is, I'm sure they're going to have a conversation from an organization standpoint to say, okay, here's what the transition looks like, and it's going to give us time to prepare. Or if it's not, maybe next year,
right.
At least it allows us now, maybe a free agent, a draft pick, and figure out what they're going to do. I think that question will answer itself to see how they deal with Landry Jones. Unrestricted quarterback, been in the system for 4 years. Do they think he's the successor? They'll make an offer for him. But if you're Landry Jones, you want to make sure that you are competing if you're entering the free agent market. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Charlie Batch with us right now. Of course, Pittsburgh guy, drafted by Detroit, ends up back in Pittsburgh for a long time.
11 years, yeah.
11 years. That's a great story in and of itself. But you talk about that Pittsburgh team, talk about Big Ben possibly walking away. How do you walk away from, throw the ball to Antonio Brown and dish it to Le'Veon Bell? Like, is that the kind of thing as a quarterback you look at and go, all right, as long as these guys are healthy and on the team, I can do another year?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially when you have Le'Veon Bell. He's going to come back. They're not going to allow him to hit the free agent market. But Antonio Brown, he's a special player. And, of course, that offense, maybe there's an outside chance that Martavis Bryant is able to come back. That's another element that can go to this offense. And that was a huge loss this year. Hopefully Sammy Coates can rebound back. If they get that, they'll be fine. I just can't see at the end of the day that Ben walking away from the game. And not about the money, regardless of the $18 million that he may have to pay back. He just loves the game so much. And the drive and competitor in him, he wants another Super Bowl trophy by the end of his career.
What does it mean to be a puppy bowl ambassador? You get to wave a flag of certain dogs. What does that mean?
It means that I love dogs. That's what it means. And I think that's something, for me, I was as high as 8 dogs at one point in my family.
Really?
And I started out with 2 Bijons. They were my 2 foo-foo dogs, my little fluff. And they were Snoop Dogg and Nate Dogg. That was the name of my dog. So people thought that they saw these big killers that were coming in, these big dogs. No, they come back, and, of course, they hear everything. But I love my dogs. Those were two originals, but we wanted to adopt a dog. And we went to the animal shelter, and from there we just kind of looking to see what was going on, and saw a Rottweiler that literally came, dropped at my legs, and literally just wanted me to pet her belly. And I'm like, this is too good to be true. There's no way. And sure enough, brought my other 2 dogs in, introduced them, brought the dog home, and they just really all got together and got along really, really well. So it was cool to really be a part of it. And, those are – and anybody who knows me, they know I'm affiliated with dogs and animals.
Yeah. All right, so as many as 8 dogs at one time.
Yes.
I mean, how do you even keep track of that?
They just hold a treat in your hand. You'll know which ones are sitting right there. Or come home with a pizza. You come home with the pizza, you're like, okay, yeah, great. I put a pizza down. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go, get ready, put my pajamas on, come back down, and I'm going to eat this pizza. I come back down, there was nothing in the pizza box. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, what do you mean? The dog literally opened the box up, ate the pizza, and shut the box back.
Are you kidding me?
So when I got back, I couldn't even tell that anything happened to the box. So I opened the box. I'm like, ha, joke's on me. I thought somebody just kind of put an empty box there and kind of went, no, the dog ate all of the pizza. So it took me another hour because I had to order another pizza and bring it back. I was so mad, but then I looked at it like, that was very smart.
See,
that was very smart that you climbed on the counter, you ate the pizza, and you closed the box.
Right, and then you sit there like nothing happened.
Yes. See, I look over to the case. She's trying to look. She's licking her lips and trying to hide it in between when I look over. Turn around. You just do.
Charlie Batch, he is a former NFL quarterback. He is the ambassador of the Puppy Bowl, pet lover. I mean, those are the great stories. Like in the moment, you're like, man, I wanted that pizza. But now it's like, look, how many years of enjoyment you get to tell that story?
Absolutely. I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, is the dog telling me I don't really need the pizza right now?
Maybe I need a couple more dogs.
Maybe I need to grab the salad. Maybe that was it. I was just like, wow. Then had the nerve when I brought the new pizza home to sit in front of me as if like I'm hungry. Are you going to feed me? Because that pizza was pretty good last time. Like, no, get out of here, go lay down.
Puppy Bowl is going to be on Sunday, 3 o'clock on the Animal Planet. When you're watching the Puppy Bowl presentation, are you going to be in the booth with the headset on, breaking down like a 4-3 defense with the Puppy Bowl and everything going on there, like it's an actual football game for those who have not watched the Puppy Bowl?
No,
before?
I'm not going to be on there with the headset. One thing I'll be there sitting there with a treat. So
there you go.
So you see all the dogs kind of coming over towards me, you'll be like, okay, he must have something in his hand. It kind of reminds me of the I think it was the dog show. And they were walking the dog around, but the trainer had the treats in the right pocket, and the dog kept kind of lipping in, and the dog got penalized for that.
Right.
And I'm sitting there saying, no, that's wrong. You can't have treats on that side when you're walking the dog. What person don't you think that?
Right.
So it's just something that, man, it's just funny to watch. But for me, I'm going to enjoy it because that's an opportunity to really get away from it because you're talking football all week, but now it gives you a chance to go to Animal Planet, you're watching a Puppy Bowl, and then you can switch back over and we'll get ready for football. But we're just trying to give you that break, trying to give you that excitement, but more importantly, making sure that we bring awareness to really adopting dogs, and that's what we want people to do when you're watching the Puppy Bowl because 100% of those dogs are adopted, and that's what we want to continue to do. We want people to visit their animal shelters to continue to adopt animals as well.
See, I love it. I've always had rescues in my life because it's just easier. Somebody already trained them.
Yeah,
that's the way, That's
right.
I love my dogs, but at the same time, I love that somebody else taught it to go outside and sit when I say so. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Charlie Batch with us, man. Dog lover, former quarterback, ambassador of the Puppy Bowl. Like Goz said, 3 o'clock Eastern on the football Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, Super Bowl Sunday.
Get relaxed, watch the puppies, and then get stressed out and watch the Patriots versus the Falcons. Who's going to win?
I honestly think I want to see both teams do well. Obviously, I want to see Matt Ryan win his first one. I want to see history made with Tom Brady and Belichick. So with that being said, I think defensively the Patriots have the edge. I think they actually pull it out on top, and I think they win 24-20.
I like it. Charlie Batch, we appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing you with the puppies, and I'm picking a Labradoodle to win the Puppy Bowl. That's what I'm going with.
I'm going with Team Fluff because Team Fluff is the underdog. I'm telling you, that's it right there.
Charlie Batch, check him out
Appreciate
this
it,
Super Bowl Sunday on the Puppy Bowl.
Thank you.